And we are back with game number 3, or this is the second game we're showing you, but it's game number 3. It's Sebastians 1K Sunz against Björns Orks, again, on the stream.
Yes.
Seems like the table we've chosen are favorable for Orks. They seem to want to play on it.
We have seen some differences though. They're like a different list they're playing against.
Yes, this is a bit more truck heavy. I took a quick glance on it and it seemed quite truck heavy even. A lot of cool conversions. Sadly we won't be able to capture it on the camera, but it's a really cool list. I will post pictures on it on my Instagram, probably tonight or tomorrow on the train back home. And Sebastian with his 1000 Suns are playing for VTC Närling, and Björn with his Orks are playing for the Xenophiles. I think almost everyone there plays Xenos except one Custode player.
Yeah, so
the name kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. We can go to the scenario.
Yes.
Let's see here. The scenario for the evening is... Let's see. Data Scry Salvage. One of my old favorites, to be honest. I love this mission.
Why do you like this mission?
Why do I like it? Because you only need to capture a few objectives, stand on your home objective, and just milk points. But you can go through it while I set everything up. And of course you can read it on the screen. Everyone who can read, hopefully all of you.
So this is a domination. They have two primary objectives. One domination where with progressive scoring. At the end of your command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 4 victory points for each of the following conditions that they satisfied for a maximum of 12 points.
Yeah, control 2, control 3, and control more.
Yeah.
So it's and that's what I like about it. You need to get up there and control more than just your home objective. You need to get up there and get a little bit rough and tumbly.
Yep.
The special for the mission is that you do an action on your home objective, and then you score points according to the number of objectives you control up to a maximum of 3. So you still kind of need to have something back home.
Yeah.
But you can push out, and
so it becomes like a little bit of a delicate balance if you're beating an army that's really good deep striking.
Exactly. And
or a really fast army.
Yeah, and in this scenario, well, as an old AdMech player, I would like to give this to the 1000 Suns. This is my really out of the blue bet, because you can, even though we have we haven't gone through the list, but it's a quite speedy orc list as usual, with a lot of trucks or buggies and stuff like that.
We can start with that.
So you should be able to like go forward and smite them quite heavily. While you go through the list, I can...
So he plays a speed freak army as the previous one, and he's clan culture Evil Sunz.
Oh, so even more speed.
Even more speed. So he plays a Death Killer Wartrike with Speed King, Squig Hide Tires,
Squig Hide the Tires,
Warlord, and then he plays a unit of 5 Death Coptas, another unit of 5 Death Coptas, then he plays a squad of Mega Scrapjets, 3 of them, then a Shock Jump Dragster. Then he plays a flyer with Was Boom Blasta Jet, all the orc names.
Yes, all the fancy orc names.
He plays a 2 teleport Mega Blasters, a Blaster Jet, a Force Field, Boom Boys, and 2 souped up shooters. And then he plays another detachment where he plays Warboss on War Trike with Brutal but Cunning. That's the competitive edge one.
Yeah.
For Drukhari fans or anyone else. And then he plays the Killer Claw, which is a Power Claw, a much just nastier one.
Yep.
And he has the big boss, so he gets a 4+ word save as if he were the warlord. And
he's a big mean bastard.
He's a big mean bastard. And with him then, he has a unit of 3 knobs on war bikes. And then another 3 knobs on war bikes. Then he plays a 2 of regular, a 3 of regular war bikes.
So 1 unit with 3 regular war bikes.
Yeah, and another one. So a total of 3, so 9 split among 3. So 3 3s of war bikes with nothing special, just stock standard choppa.
Okay.
And then Westboom Blaster Jet with a teleport of Mega Blaster Jet, Force Field, Boom Boys, and Super Shooter. So it's just a really speedy army as the previous one.
Yes.
And we have to see an Erling plays excuse me while I there. He plays the Björns Evil list, which is
Cult of
Duplicity, so it's the movement one.
Good choice.
Good choice. He plays an Araman, which has Doombolt and Fire Scorn. Presage, High Acolyte, Otherworldly Presence. Then he plays an Exalted Sorcerer on a disc. He's a Warlord, Seeker of Alter Shadows, Paradigm of Change, Prospering Kopesh. Kopesh?
Maybe.
Sorceress Arcana,
some unpronounceable name.
Yes, of something that costs a CP, so it's probably an artifact of some kind. A Temporal Surge and Gaze of Hate. Then he plays an Infernal Master, which is he has the Crystal, Temporal Manipulation, Glimpse of Enmity, Malefic Maelstrom, Master of Misinformation. Then he plays 4 units of 5 Rubric Marines, a 10-man of Cultists, a 10-man unit of Scarab ocult terminators with 2 Soul Burst Cannons, 2 Missile Launchers, 4 Staves and Twist of Fate. And then he plays another 10.
It's a pretty classic combo with 20 Terminators.
It's just all types of hard to kill.
Yeah.
And 3 spawns, 3 single spawns.
Yeah, yes, the action monkeys.
And Rhino, so hide stuff in.
Yeah, well, it's not much to say about the list really if you have ever played competitive 40k before. The Thousand Sun list, nothing special there. And then nothing that drew my attention that I thought was weird. Everything was pretty standard. Same with the Orks, the same all items. But I have faced. Well, I play Admech and Tyranids, and if I could choose, I would face the Orc player every day.
I think that if the Custodes was hard for the Orcs to shoot and kill,
this
would be stupid.
Yeah, this is a different level of hard to kill. Those Terminators, I have thrown so much crap at them over all the games I played against Thousand Suns, and I'm always surprised on how much punishment they can take before they actually go
They
down.
get extra save against damage 1, they get minus damage.
And now they have Armor of Contempt.
Yeah.
So they are so hard to shift. Like, it doesn't matter if you have like -2 AP. If they stand in cover, they are not moving.
Nope. And then they think that it would be all good if they could stand somewhere, and then they wouldn't move. But now they are actually teleporting around this immortal blob of death and destruction.
Yeah, and even worse, it's teleporting around, it shoots a billion shots with high AP. You can get reroll, I think it's hit and wound, straight up on them. They are so dangerous. And the Orcs, I honestly don't think they have the staying power. They don't have the toughness or the wounds.
Aren't their Boltus like strength 5 as well?
No,
So
I think they are only strength 4. I think they have some way of making them strength 5.
yeah, I think they have a strategy to increase then they wound them on 4+, and then they start
Dying like flies.
Yeah, because the save Orc doesn't get the save, and
Not normally, and now we have AP -3, Gundam maybe have a -2 on the bolters. It's a high AP.
I mean, against Orcs, it doesn't really matter. You need so little, unless you're shooting Megalons.
Yeah, exactly. I will go out and see their secondaries. Be right back.
So, it's really good to have everyone here. A quick word from our sponsor and provider of the stream, Fantasia North. They would like to tell you that next week, as many know, there's a 30k release. Please go and support Fantasia North at their webpage. They help us get this stream on the road and give you all this content. So please support Fantasia North.
So, we have a little bit of secondaries from Z-Table. I will just make sure to get the right secondaries on the right player. Un momento, por favor. We have for the Thousand Suns to the last. Good pick. Bring it down. Makes sense considering all the trucks. And Psychic Interrogation.
And Death Coptas.
Oh, that as well.
I think it was 3 no-brainers.
Yeah, good picks. Plays well into his army and opponent's army. Nothing really to speak of there. I think the Orc player has gone down the same route as no-brainer picks. It's Abhor the Witch.
It is killing Psychers.
Yes. And that is basically every single unit.
Yeah.
No prisoners. And engage on all fronts.
I think how do you feel about no prisoners?
That is the maybe baby. Everything that forces you to kill Thousand Suns is a bad pick in my book.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the only thing that is really easy to kill is the cultists.
But that's all it's... You maybe get that one turn, tops.
Yeah.
And then you need to murder something that's unkillable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the spawns provide for that, but they're deceptively tanky as well.
Yes, they are.
And the Orc doesn't really have a gun that's great against them?
No, they don't. That's... I see many problems in the Orcs' future.
Engage feels good though, with all the bikes and stuff. Just zoom up and be in table quarters.
Yes. Like, before any setup or anything, I would say the Thousand Suns have the better set of secondaries going into the game.
Yeah. Could you make the terminators obsec?
No, you can't. Thank God.
That would be silly. I'm afraid this game might be short.
This might be short. One way or another, things are gonna die.
If you thought last game was bloody, strap yourself in, boys and girls.
Yes, put on your roughest, toughest pants. Oh, right, I forgot to change the... We have... We are actually playing Data Sky Salvage. Balefire Ford, sorry for not answering earlier. We were having a break. Yes, it would have been a great time to show the scoreboard, but there is a bit of problem with communication between us and the people who actually, the team or the tournament organizers. He's a busy bee. It will be something we will pick up on the summary afterwards. Make sure to have it fixed until next tournament.
We can try to ask him to send us a summary or something.
Yeah, I will ask him to send us a summary at least. The question has been sent. Well, it's set up. Not really that much to say, really.
So, what do you think needs to happen for the Orks?
A miracle. Well, apart from a miracle, the problem is that Sebastian is not a bad player. He will not misplace his characters so he can snipe them with his planes. He will play a tight game. I can't expect anything else. The placement of the terrain when they play this way is a bit wonky.
Yeah.
And I would say that actually plays in the Orcs' favor. So I think get on the objectives, stay on those objectives, and try to repel those 20 terminators somehow.
Are you sure that it actually favors Orcs? In which way would you feel or think that it really favors the Orcs?
Well, considering how the objectives are placed, he can place more things in cover and still hold objectives, while and he's faster, so he can actually get from cover to cover. While the Thousand Suns player must teleport, and he must teleport, and sure, he can do it. There's nothing the Orc player can do to stop him. He can spend Cabal points, just auto-pass it, stay out of range, teleport in those big blobs. But somehow he must engage those Terminators and either tie them up, which he really can't, according to me. The Terminators just do too much damage. Yeah. So then he must thin them out somehow. I don't know, I'm not that into Orcs, to be honest. But I never experienced firepower that can shift them. From Orcs. Like, Admech, they can shift them. because they have all the duck in the universe. Knights can shift them because they have all the duck in the universe. But Orks just don't. It's unreliable, but if Dice God smiles upon him, then sure. Like a really, really tasty shooting phase with a few exposed terminators. That could turn the tide. That could turn the tide and just make him win the game straight up.
Yeah. I mean, that said, Björn, who plays the Orcs, ain't a bad player. I've seen them well before. But I don't know. The Thousand Suns player is one of the players that plays for the Swedish ATC team. So he plays a lot.
He plays a lot. He's been in a lot of tournaments. He has seen Orcs before. He knows what to do. Sure, he knows what to do as well, but here we have the problem with the power balance of the codices.
Yeah.
Here I think the Orcs need to aim to lose as little as possible. And thank Nande for following. Thank you very much. Well, this is Thousand Suns game to win, and he he breaks the table there a little bit. Excellent, fine start of the game. So now he just needs to lose less. That would be my mentality going into this game. Lose less.
Yeah. I don't know what the rest of Team Xenophiles traded it for. Maybe they took this really bad matchup for 3 better matchups for the other players.
Maybe. I could actually go out and have a quick look.
You could do that. While these 2 lads and gentlemen places some terrain and models and do some premier sharing. So he places some.
Okay, I must say this round had a quite weird pairing because they've decided to make 2 mirror matchups. Harlequins versus Harlequins, Tyranids versus Tyranids, and Custodes versus Tau.
I think it depends on how the Tyranid lists are written, I think.
They seem pretty similar. One had more pyro wars than the other, although they were quite similar. And the ITC, I think he had double harpy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's strange choices matching up Harlequins versus Harlequins.
I mean, it could be a choice that they wanted probably to get the Harlequins into Tau.
Probably.
And you really don't want Custodes into Nits.
I think they have some redeployment shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
Because Cult of Duplicity nonsense.
Yes.
He got the first turn, so he's redeploying up his 1 blob of Terminators really aggressively into the center. It's an obvious choice. They will not die.
What would you say would be the target priority for the Thousand Suns player if you were playing?
The problem is he won't have that many targets to shoot at turn 1.
Nope.
So basically, go forward, shoot what I can see, hope that he charges me with his spikes. Like, get as close as possible to those objectives, and then just tank it. And see what the Orc player exposes the next turn.
Yeah.
Because on this table, sure, now when we're playing sideways-ish, they're a bit less cover. But there's still a lot of cover, you can still hide quite a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I think we will see quite an underwhelming turn 1 from Thousand Suns.
Yeah.
Because I guess he won the roll-off. Yeah, he did. Yeah, exactly. He's moving up to the objectives. Just establishing presence. As he should.
Yeah.
Because he knows that the orc will crumble eventually.
Yeah. A little bit of shuffling going on.
Yep, terminators getting ready to move up to the objective next turn. Making it hard-ish for the orc player to shoot him.
Yeah, I think that if I could pick anything, I would probably kill the Mega Scrapjet.
Yeah.
If I couldn't reach like the orc with the Killy Claw.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that. Because I think that is one of the...
Just kill the thing with high AP.
Yeah. Then that's the Mega Scrapjets and the helicopters. Death Copters.
Yeah. But turn 1, the Death Copters will not be exposed, no matter what you do.
Yeah, and you're not getting to the characters.
No. That's not gonna happen. That's a late game play.
Or it would be really bad if he did.
Yeah, that's a misplay with the orc if he could reach the Death Copters turn 1.
Or at least, like, if he did, he would be horribly overextended.
Well, that could be a possibility, but then again, overextending with Terminators isn't that bad, because you will have to dump so much firepower into them to shift them. It's like as we mentioned, it's the Killer Claw, it's the Scrap Jets, and the Scrap Jets and the Death Copters. That's the only thing that can harm him in any way. Just the bikes, they're just there to steal objectives from him. And they are not a high priority target. He just wants to charge them and punch them to death. But we will have to see how the game plays out. As we saw last game, the orc player surprised us.
The thing is that the bikes are object, so they can... I mean, they don't have to kill the...
They just need to steal, as I said.
Yeah.
They're just there to steal the objective from him.
That's one of the good things for the orcs. They have more units that could just play nuisance.
Yes. I have got the new placements. So we still have 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have actually a real top 5. And it's the teams that are playing now. The Xenophiles, VTC Närling. And then we have Björn Ligan, who we still don't know what it's called in English. You can double check that. And then we have Sex, Rum and Coke. And lastly, we have the Dragon's Den. Or in Swedish, Xenofilerna, VTC Närling, Björnligan, 6 Rom och Cola, Draknästet, SK och GBB. GBB is the 6th place. All of them has 2 victories. On 3 victories, we have 2 teams. It's GBB from Gothenburg and Milk Peace Life. Then the top team on 2 victories, we have Hesselbergs VTC Papa G. But they have decided to win at the bar later tonight, so I guess being placed like 10th is a good position.
I mean, I spoke to him before the tournament started, and he said that he would like to place top 5 with his team, but he wouldn't cry if we ended up 6th.
Okay. Okay, so you're actually aiming to go that far.
Yeah, I think that he's aiming for 4-1, I think.
Okay, so then they need to step up their game. Then there's no more losses from here on out.
Yep. The thing is that there are 2 really good players in that team, and 2 that is less experienced.
Okay.
So, VTC Lärling is the team that is really good players all the way through and good lists.
Yeah. And you see that when you check their lists. They are very spicy, like this Thousand Sun list. This is how Thousand Suns are played, in my opinion.
Right now, at least.
What?
Right now, at least.
Yeah. Just that they have the mobility, they have the firepower. Sure, they don't have the regenerating terminators.
Yeah.
But who cares? You don't kill enough of them. There's 20 of them.
The thing about Thousand Suns is that it's a deceptively really hard army to play.
It is. It's really hard. You ruffle stomp them when there's a noob playing them, and they're impossible to shift when a really good player play them.
Yeah, it is. I've seen some pretty one-sided matches against
Yeah.
Thousand Suns.
Yeah. They're so deceptively quick,
Yeah.
deceptively punchy, and deceptively resilient.
And like the decision trees that Thousand Suns players have to go through is like especially in the psychic phase.
It's like
how should I use my cabal points?
I say that's a mess.
And at the moment I can't bring up enough brain power to actually try.
No. That's why every time to be honest, I love playing against Thousand Suns because they have so many tricks to play against me, but I hate casting them because it is impossible to follow what they do. Because they have so many special little tricks and spells, and they're really fun list to play. If I played Chaos, I would probably play Thousand Suns because they are fun to play.
So we're rolling some dice, probably casting some spells, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Some saves.
Yeah, sadly we don't have a table mic, so we can't really know what the...
Or
what
a table boss.
Or a table boss, sadly.
But just doing some shameless promotion for next year, where the organizer has booked the venue that we're in right now.
Yes.
So you could book it into your calendar that around this time next year we will have this tournament again.
Yes.
Bring 3 other friends and have a really good time.
Yes, you're gonna have a really good time. And I want to talk especially to all of you who think tournaments are a bit freaky, a bit scary. They aren't. What you see here on stream are the top table. So this is the worst you will ever face. And we have a lot of people who have some really funky lists. I took some pictures. This one guy who made like Gundam mecha suits for his dreadnoughts in a Space Marine army looked amazing. Is it good? Not really, but it looks amazing.
Yeah, there's like different ways you could go to a tournament.
Yeah.
And like there's painting competitions and there's
just having fun.
Yeah. And meet new people.
Yeah, meet people, talk Warhammer, just have a great time. And as Leonard said, next year, about the same time, we guess, we will be here again, and we expect to have even more tables.
Yes.
So join up, join in the fun, and in 2 months, we have the Fantasia Fanatic in Umeå.
Yes.
It's a bit farther for everyone, especially if you want to come from... there we got the first truck nuked by Psychic.
Sounds about right.
Anyway, you can come to Umeå and play Fantasia Fanatic. That's a very casual event. Sure, there's a lot of spicy players there as well. There's always some spicy players, but I would say like 33% are super cash, 33% are a little bit less casual, and 33% is quite competitive.
And I mean, I would argue that you would probably have at least 3 really good games, because when the tournament have gone a couple of rounds, generally you get people at your own skill level.
Yeah, the last 3 games are always the most fun. The second day is the best day you will have. And the last game is always the one you remember the most, because it's the closest one. Because the matchmaking is so good.
There's evaporating cars.
Yeah, he's just smiting them to oblivion. He must be shooting now.
He must be shooting.
He must be shooting now. But this was what I expected. The Orc player will not be able to touch the 1000 Sun player. He will just blast you off the table, especially now when you have this side deployment. It's less cover, you can't hide everything.
So you could say that the Orcs got a bad matchup into a bad table. For them at least.
Yeah, for him, yes, this is gonna be rough. But now it's all a matter of try to lose less. I don't know how, because as you see, he's teleported a bunch of rubrics up in the top left, denying him basically 2 objectives. Because if he moves up towards them with bikes, then he also needs fire support to thin out those rubrics. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter if he charges them or they charges him. If the glass hits the stone or the stone hits the glass, it's not going to hit the stone. Hurt the stone. It's going to be rough. It's going to be really rough for the Orc player.
And that's one of the really fun things with going to a team tournament. Every point matters.
Yeah.
You can always try to mitigate a loss or play for the team. Like, every point you get might make the difference in the end.
Yeah.
If your 3 other friends do really well, you can still win.
Yeah, because in the end it's the total battle points of your team. So you always just want to score a little bit more. And because that is the tiebreaker, it's the battle points. So the Orcs started with a little bit of moving. A smart choice, getting that objective.
I mean, one good thing, which is even better for the 1000 Suns player, is turning this game into a hammer and anvil. Like, the 1000 Suns players goes to cut off the middle of the table with his army, and then so the Orc player needs to go through him or straight down to get 3 objectives.
Yes, long live chaos. Balefire Forge.
Yeah.
The warp is overtaking me. It's a good pain.
Right.
Anyway, back to the game. So yeah, I think what you're saying is, I think that's what he's trying to do now. Just cut off the table, and now he will start advancing right, so to speak.
Yeah.
From left to right, because sure, he will get engaged on all fronts this turn. He can fly one of the airplanes and sacrifice it basically, because it's the deadest airplane in the universe.
Yeah.
But after turn 2, what do you get there? He doesn't have that jump. He has no way of sneaking stuff in. He has no commandos.
No.
He will be stuck. So he will get engaged on all fronts in all quarters. 2 turns. Well, congratulations, you got 6 points. Maybe he can milk out another 2 or 3 points in total. Sure, he gets up to 10, but that's it. And he had to sacrifice units to do that.
But as we said, both teams are filled with good players.
Yeah.
The Orc player might have something up his sleeve that we lowly streaming commentators have no clue about.
Yeah. The thing is, you used the main Orcs a long time ago. I played against Orcs quite a lot.
I played them at 8th a bit.
Yeah, I played against them many times. I think in tournaments I only have 1 loss against Orcs.
Yeah.
One.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, good Orc players are tricky bastards.
Yeah.
Because they have had a tough break for quite a long time, and they have still just stuck to it and gotten good.
Yeah, for sure.
They listen to the meme, "Get good."
Get good, sir. Don't be trash, be good.
Yes, get good. Here we go.
Here we go with the plane.
Sadly, we don't have a more high-definition picture for you. Those planes look amazing.
They're really, really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
He did a fantastic job hobby-wise.
Yeah, it took Valkyries and trashed them and orcified them, and at least with the one that you can't see behind his name there. Here it goes. Okay, we can see half of it. It looks amazing, trust me.
And that's like another trope of going to tournament, that all the tournament players are not into the hobby at all, or like they're painting ugly armies, or
not anymore. They're not.
Nope.
You can see so much cool stuff and get inspiration. Like the Mechanicum I'm making for 30k. We need to talk more about 30k. Anyway, yes. I'm making Mechanicum for 30k now out of my bitbox, and there was this one guy who I've seen a few times at tournaments who made an entire army from. It was an Admech army he made from what are they called? The Ghosts from Age of Sigmar.
Yeah,
Nighthaunt.
Yeah, Nighthaunt.
Yeah, he made it from Nighthaunt, and it looked so freaking good. And I don't know what, but something will be made out of some Nighthaunt's models because they just look so amazing. Amazing! Anyway. Yeah, Balefire Forge, we can see that you're rooting for the 1K Sunz. Rooting for the supposed winner, I guess. But I root for the Orks. I always root for Orks. They're amazing.
I really like to see what Björn comes up with there.
Really? What? That 1K Sunz will be the winner? Absolutely, hands down. They're so fucking powerful.
I would say most likely. Like, there is a universe, like, around maybe the last 5% where the Orcs win. Like, list-wise.
List-wise, I would say 5% against Thousand Suns. In this matchup, I would still give him a 20% chance of victory. Balefire Forge are corrupting our our chat. We have a high level of heresy. Yes, the heresy keeps on coming.
Yes.
The Omnisci do not approve of this tech heresy.
Sending Tyranids, like High Fleet Kronos, to eat up all the demons?
That will work. Well, as people can see, he's just moving up his minis. Putting the... Oh, he's exposing a lot of the death copters. Fake ninja. Oh god, I wish I knew how to ban people. Yeah, we do. That's fucking excellent. And now he is... I don't know if that helped. Yeah, we know that they can move again and get in reserve, but that is during a phase, so you can only do that with one of the units. So either way, I think one of the units are dead now. But thank you, Rooney, for the comment. But yes, we know they can pop back into reserves. But also, the next turn, when the 1,000 Suns move up again, where will we put it down? Yeah, well, it's back into the deployment zone with them.
Most likely.
Right, they have the shoot and move thing as well. Yeah, sure, that actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, right. Very true, very true. Sword the orc counters with even more board presence. But the thing is, I feel like I've seen this before. Like this exact scenario. And it usually ends on the orcs breaking on the cliffs. They come rolling in. They maybe do something.
You're a negative Nancy.
I am a negative Nancy when it comes to the orcs. Because if the shooting now goes like it may, if Gork and Mork are smiling upon him, then he will obliterate the 1,000 Suns. But it usually doesn't.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the win conditions for the orcs, I think, is that he gets to kill some of the characters, because that makes the psychic phase a lot less powerful.
Yeah, a lot less. But he will not get to the characters until like turn 3 if everything goes as planned.
Yeah.
And I can't see that Sebastian will do a mistake, like placing a character so that it can be sniped by an airplane or something like that.
I would happily be proven wrong.
Yes, we would.
Or if you guys in chat have any other idea what the orcs could do, please share.
Yeah,
let's have a discussion.
Yeah, because apart from Gork and Mork smiling upon him, we think that he will shoot, kill something, charge, kill a little bit more, and then he will just break on the rocks. Because the counter Daka from 20 terminators is just, and all the smiting, it's too much, man, too much.
Yeah. We saw a little bit of a similar matchup last Fantasia Fanatic, where there were 120 regular boys.
Yeah. And he actually connected.
He connected, and then
he melted.
We weren't even close.
No, not even close. And the last matchup as well, sure, he was a bit unlucky.
Yeah.
But as soon as he connected, he melted.
I feel like Speedfix tried to play an Eldar game without really having Eldar firepower.
Sort of, kinda. But they have a better melee game.
For sure.
They have a much better melee game, and they are more resilient. Because if you touch Eldar, jumpy bikey squads, they die. But you just try not to get into that situation.
That's the tricky part.
Yeah, that is the tricky part.
he seems to have killed some Rubric Marines there.
Yeah. But I would like to see him kill all of them.
It would help a lot.
Oh, not all of them, like leave 3. And then charge them and steal the objective from them. That would be like top notch.
Yeah.
That orc meme with the orc in a top hat going perfection.
You should never discount the charge phase. Is more about the movement than the actual killing part. At least I think so. Because a lot of the charge moves gives you extra movement for most of the unit. You generally don't need to kill the unit unless you really have to clear the objective. But like getting onto the objective.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really important. And that's like an additional move of 2d6.
Yes, it is.
Because as the charge rules are written, it's only the first model that needs to connect. Then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Unless you probably want to end up in coherency.
Yeah, you sort of kinda, but more or less you get additional movement phase.
Yes.
That's why melee is the name of the game. Because an additional movement phase is amazing. So we have a bit more Daka going away. What is he doing?
I don't really know. He's killing stuff apparently.
I know, I was thinking about the Thousand Suns. I was thinking about Sebastian.
He seems to be able to clear off a lot of the Rubric Marines.
Oh, this was much more proficient shooting than last game. Not that it was the same players, but orc shooting is orc shooting. So this is interesting. Yeah, it seems to be quite spicy. Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. It's going very well. I think we have absolutely underestimated the shooting from this orc army.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the problems of orcs that their firepower can be really on
or really off.
Yeah,
like really, really off.
Especially when you're not playing freebooters, where you can get additional ways to get hits.
Yeah, but this is looking like a really good pickup.
Yeah,
killing off those 10 terminators.
And what's good to know here is that when you kill units in Thousand Suns, they lose their points to do cool stuff.
Yeah, as you said, Björn is not a bad player. He's very good. But well, we were really concerned about the swinginess of orc shooting, but now it is locked in. Now he can really murder.
We will see what happens. I think we will next turn know a lot about the flow of the game. Depending on how much the Thousand Suns player managed to kill, during his second turn will inform a lot.
But he needs to kill. Now when he's losing 10 terminators just like that, as Ronin says here,
Yeah.
that's rough. Like really, really rough. Because that is, what is like half his firepower gone? Almost.
Yeah. I mean, still has like 20 rubrics in Squads of 5.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. They can't benefit from all the buffs.
No, they're not nearly as effective as a 10-man unit of Terminators.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Ronin, as you say, is still in trouble losing all these buggies turn 1. Yes, it is. But picking up all those 10 Terminators, it all depends now on the counter punch.
Yeah.
If it whiffs a bit, then it's gonna be a steamrolling from the Orks. So Björn is still in a good position, even though losing all those buggies.
Yeah. We will look like asshats.
We always do. Isn't that
Fair enough.
Isn't that the point of being a commentator?
Expert commentating here.
Yeah, it's very experty. Anyway. But the thing is, as far as I know, we still have a lot of shooting left to do from the Orks.
Yeah, they have a bunch of shooting. I don't know how much, though.
As we said, we don't have a table mic, so we can sadly not hear what they're saying. But this seemed not to become the ruffle stomp we expected.
We got something better. We got a
Orkish stomp.
Orkish stomp. Or at least a game where there's a back and forth.
Yes.
And that's as much as you can ask for, I think. That you have a game that's not totally one-sided.
Yes.
Because that can happen sometimes.
So
Yeah,
he
now
retreats.
doing fire and fade.
Yeah, he retreats the Coptas, and I guess he puts the other unit in reserve.
And by getting them in reserve, he gets an extra mobility for deep striking down and getting an objective outside the 1000 Suns firepower range as well.
Or hitting a soft spot.
Or hitting a soft spot. But I don't know if 5, unless we're shooting like...
Here comes the charges, getting on the objective. Like a boss. Let's see if his bikes can do more than last Orc player we saw. Who couldn't kill, what was it, like 5 sisters of silence?
in a ruin.
Yeah. But that was a statistical abnormality.
Yeah. Or at least as long... I mean, you can whiff one turn, but you should probably over the amount of rounds they fought there.
Yeah.
Should have killed them.
And yeah, he also sent in a boss.
Yep.
And they still didn't die. Well, sometimes the dice gods don't smile upon you.
No, it's a dice game. But the thing about playing Warhammer at a good level is like mitigating dice's impact on the game.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, you could build a plan around rolling only 6s when you're shooting. It's not a good plan.
Aye, but it is a plan, well, yes.
But most of the time it's about risk management.
And knowing what your minis actually can do.
Yeah, and synergies within your army and...
Yeah, and so on. So here we go, a little bit of fighting.
That's a lot of attacks.
Yes.
Ow. It's really hard to see the dice, though.
Yeah. Hard to tell what happened, but I think he wiped the... Okay, he killed one.
Or did a wound or something?
Yeah, well, one mini was removed at least.
Yeah.
So... Strikes back.
And the thing is that you could regrow some of the terminators as long as the unit lives. You could regrow them.
Yeah, sure, you could reanimate them, but he's already done the damage he needed to do. He has obsec on the objective. He controls 4 objectives even. And he has engaged on all fronts.
Yeah.
He hasn't killed a second yet though, and has he killed a unit?
I mean, if he kills the ocult terminators to a man, then yes, because they're psychers. Or any of the other. I don't know if rubric marines are considered.
Yeah, they're all led by a wizard.
Yeah, fair enough. Then there's a psyker there.
I will go and check the points.
How did the first turn go?
It's a close first turn, 16 to the Thousand Suns and 18 to Björn and his Orks.
That's a pretty good start.
That's a pretty good start for both of them, really.
The issue is that I would like to see, I don't know, but the cost of losing one of the Terminator squads is that you lose that to the last. That's a 10-point swing. Or like 5 at least.
Yeah.
So each of the big units he loses like up to 15.
Yeah, it's and now those Terminators are stuck there.
Yep.
They are not getting out. He must somehow kill them out, and that is committing a lot of stuff.
No, he can actually teleport them out by magic.
Yeah, but then he needs to put a sorcerer near them, and that will expose it for all the shooting and the charges, because he is speed freaks and the not thousand suns, he's evil suns. So he might actually catch that wizard and just kill it, and that's Abhor the Witch.
Yeah, for sure. But then you have to is losing one of them worse than losing to the last unit? That is also...
No. You want to keep the last units to the end.
You hear it in the name.
Yeah,
man.
it is in the freaking name. Yeah, of course you do. But I think those Terminators are toast. Now it's his turn. Sure, he will charge in with a spawn, but the spawn, how many bikes can it actually kill?
It doesn't really need to kill them, he just needs to keep them occupied, in a way.
No, but he doesn't have obsec.
Yeah, they have obsec.
Yeah, probably. But then still, yeah, sure, he could put them way back. Or he sort of kind of must. But the good thing is, sure, he will not get the to the last on that unit, but he's putting one unit completely out of the game. And he doesn't even need to commit any resources for killing that unit. So he can keep on dominating the main objective game.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, he's securing 5 points onto the last, but he's giving up board presence. And he maybe don't want to move a unit. Now it looks kind of okay. He will move up close to that unit anyway. But in other situations, it might be a problem.
I mean, it's an opportunity cost, right? Is it worth trading board space, some primary points, maybe, for 5 to the last points, and a way to recoup some of the terminators.
And you can still hunt it down with the airplanes if it's really desperate.
Yeah, maybe.
But sure, it is the play to do right now. Is teleport away the Terminator just to keep it safe.
Maybe he needs to insane bravery.
He's already past that.
Okay.
It's 1,000 plates so now, so...
Fair enough.
One of the spawns run to the victim. Those spawns are really hard to see on this game, Matt.
Yeah.
But spawns, are they obsec? No, they aren't.
I don't think so.
So I guess he's planning on shooting off some of the bikes. So we have some psychic going on. So he's doing the smiter runis on the aircraft. Buffing up the second Terminator unit. So will we see the teleport for... Still haven't seen that teleport. I was expecting a teleport by now, but maybe he's just sacrificing it.
Yeah,
To keep up the buffing and so on and so forth. I will sneak out and double check how many wounds the aircraft actually has. And there the teleport went off just as I went out. And the aircraft has only 4 wounds left.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot. That's crashed aircraft. Well, right now though. So really hard to tell what is actually going on right now. I think we have gone into the shooting phase.
Or some psychic power smites? Or
Nah, I don't think so. It's shooting, the Rhino goes into the aircraft. Ronin looks like Björn might be able to put a unit of death coppers behind the scarabs in the left bottom ruin. It looks like it's safe. I can double check to see if he's put something sneaky back in that ruin. No, we actually have a big wide open hole in there. It's just 2 scarabs and a small squad of rubric marines standing there as well, so that could be some money for him.
yeah.
Sure, the terminators are standing behind the rubric, so it will be a bit longer charge if he wants to charge in. But still, he can probably pick up those to the last parts just with the death coppers, and that would be a fair trade. And then the Thousand Sun player must commit resources into his own backline where he doesn't really want them. Could be a really good play.
Yeah, the spawns are not even close to obsec.
Okay, they can't even hold objectives or what?
They can hold objectives, but they don't have any... Funny thing, they have armored contempt.
How?
They have a keyword.
Okay, they have armor of contempt. Excellent. But it's still...
Yeah.
Sebastian still needs to get something off that middle right-hand side objective so that he can actually take it with his spawn. Otherwise, it's just a free spawn.
Yeah.
The bikes on the center left objective, they're just dead. You can charge them with the terminators and make, yes, goulash, maybe.
A coupage?
Mushroom soup out of them. So he's kind of losing the left flank. Kinda.
Yeah. it seems it might be possible.
We spoke about that earlier. There is I went out and checked, and there is an open gap that they can fit Death Coptas in. And there's only like five rubrics and 2 terminators standing behind that ruin. So he could actually land there and be quite safe.
Yeah.
And if he has to recommit things to move back, to smite them and shoot them and do stuff like that, then it's not going forwards.
No.
Making it much easier for him to just keep on scoring that main objective. So right now, not much are happening. But it looks like... I think he's committed his rubrics as well, so maybe he will leave the aircraft alive? That would be a surprising turn of events. He can... At this stage, you can even go down in hover mode, stay in that quarter, and get engaged on all fronts again.
Yeah.
Unless he smites it or shoots it out of the sky, because he can't charge it. He doesn't have anything with fly.
Or at least not inherently, I think. The enlightened ones maybe have fly. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, here's Ariman. I guess he's on a disc. So a bunch of hits.
Yeah, the Exalted Sorcerer got a disc.
Okay.
And Ariman is on a disc.
Yeah, so it has something that could charge it potentially.
Yeah.
Can't really tell what's happening. They're rolling dices, but I don't see them interacting.
Maybe they're just waiting to take all the killed models off in a unit at the same time. He traded a dice, maybe.
I don't know why he would trade down. He just had 4 wounds, and now he's supposed to have 3 wounds or something. But yeah, he's gonna try to shoot down the aircraft, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's still a body that gives him engage on all fronts, and removing that aircraft makes it a lot harder. We still have the Death Copta deep strike.
Yeah.
That I think Ronin has called out. It would make a lot of sense putting them back there.
Yeah.
Killing that to the last, also giving him engage on all fronts.
Yeah, because 5 rubrics doesn't kill 5 Death Coptas.
Oh, he shot down the other aircraft.
Yeah, maybe he figures that he can kill that one next turn.
Yeah, maybe, I suppose. Makes sense, but Don't Orks still have that headbutt thing?
No.
You don't, okay.
Not that I know of. Headbutt was a thing that we got the Psychic Awakening.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's not a thing anymore. Okay, so we have a few dead bikes. Why is it always like this with the Orks? It feels like they hit really hard and then they just disappear.
Yeah.
But you still have a lot of good pieces. So you still have all of his Death Coptas.
Yeah. I'm a bit curious what the loadout on the War Trike boss guy is. If it's the Killer Claw one or if it's the other.
You could double check it in the list.
But he has 2 War Trikes.
Right. Alright. Then it's hard to know.
No, it's a war bike. Well, if it's the war trike, then it's the warlord.
Okay.
It's on a war bike.
Terminators pile in. Doing what they do best. Surviving and punching stuff.
In the face.
A lot of attacks. Looks like everything hit.
I'm not sure, Ronin, if our man got killed by Overwatch.
I can double check. Yes, Arma died on the charge. He had activated 3+ invul, got the teleporter blaster straight to the face and died.
Well, Mr. Ariman.
Very, very high level play, as you can see.
Yeah, you're right, Ronin. He died to the Overwatch.
Yeah, you're correct. He died to the Overwatch. He got a teleporter blaster straight to the face, and he had activated the 3+ invul buff. So it was super duper unlucky. I would say that was a kinda okay turn for Orks.
That was a really good... I mean, he lost a good, sorcerer. He lost a bunch of points. I don't know how many points Ariman provides, but...
I mean, either, but... Oh god, that was a spicy meatball. Then I will go out and check the points.
Now we're flying?
No, right. Alright, I will check after the Orc turn. Sebastians Sunz were playing well. They were the first, so... Okay, so you're moving the aircraft.
Yeah, we're gonna kill some Terminator.
Yes, he's on Terminator hunt. But killing Ariman on Overwatch, that's so big. That's a really big.
Yeah.
And completely unexpected. Yeah, exactly, Ronin, that might be game. Because now, sure, he just has one 10-man blob of Terminators, but he doesn't control the objectives. He has those deep striking Death Coptas.
And he's losing steam with the power, so we can't buff them.
Nope. This is looking grim for the Thousand Sun player.
We're gonna look like idiots.
Yeah, we are gonna look like idiots again. But it's always a good bet to bet against the Orks.
Yeah, you're mostly more right.
Yeah, statistically, it's a good bet. But in this game, oh no, we are so wrong. Björn is showing us how it's done. Just Overwatch Araman in the face. That's how
I've seen this list played by him before, and it's really, really, really proficient.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen a lot of this like in other tournaments outside of Sweden. I don't think I've seen this type of list in any other like big American tournaments or British tournaments at all.
No, not really.
I think it's just the melee one that's been seen the last couple of with like Gaskell and stuff.
But this is a bit. It feels a bit retro, sort of, retro-ish.
Kinda.
But it depends. Can we get rid of the Terminators? Otherwise, the plane is dead anyway. We need to get rid of the Terminators, or Björn needs to get rid of the Terminators, because that would be a big pickup. And now is the question: will he just kill everything else, or will he focus on killing the rubrics or the Terminators? Scarabs are they called, right?
Scarab are called terminators.
Yes. He's obviously having thoughts about it.
I mean,
he is Evil Sunz, so he's quite quicker than we imagine. And looking in the camera, it's a weird thing looking through this camera, because you can't really see the distances as well as when you're standing by the table. So it's hard to know exactly how close things are to each other. But Björn is proving to be a true xenophile.
indeed.
True to the team name.
I feel like a little bit like their team name is the Xenophiles. It's like the three friends and Jerry. Because there's three Xenos armies and then a Custodes.
Yes, of all things, a custode. Maybe it's a gene stealer cult in disguise.
Maybe.
What do we know? We know nothing.
No, we don't.
So the Death Copters move out to the objective, probably to just destroy the... Okay, Ronin. The Necron player had to drop. So we should have had a Necron player instead of a Custodes player.
Fair enough.
That makes sense.
So that's sad for the Necron player.
Yeah, it could be in top table.
Yes. And it could be here.
Yeah, and it could be here. Here in Aron's Boris conference center. Really nice locale. I wish I brought some. Next time I will bring swimming gear. Because that jacuzzi looks amazing.
I think you can borrow. Anyway,
don't drink and swim, kids.
don't do stupid shit.
Nope, don't drink and swim. So let's see. I think that the Death Copters will kill off the rubrics. The deep striking Death Copters are still an enigma, wrapped in a pastry. A bit of talking going on, a bit of pointing, thinkies, doing the big brain moves.
Like, conversing with your opponents is so important. Like,
Yeah.
command your intent so you're both on the same page.
Yeah.
It avoids so many weird and just ugly situations.
Yeah. You avoid arguments. I've never been in an argument ever on tournaments. And that's just because we establish that we play with intent and say what we intend to do every single time.
It's good sportsmanship.
Yep, it's just plain old good sportsmanship. So we have the first... It's not missiles, I think. Oh, it was missiles. It was the... It's the jet shooting into the terminators. One is dead at least. Well, picking up those two terminators is big if you can do that with a plane that should have been dead that killed Ariman on Overwatch.
I think that orc earned his salary.
Yeah, he is MVP. Both scarabs are dead, I think. That looked like the second scarab. So there, to the last. Womp womp. 1 unit down, 1 to go. Or 2 to go. Or was Ariman the third most expensive unit he had?
I'm gonna check. Strength 8 minus 2, damage 3. The rockets, they're
Nasty.
Then they start killing stuff.
Yeah, that's damage 3 is right where you want it when you shoot the terminators.
But still, the Terminator got a 2+ save anyway. But every one is a dead Terminator.
A whole bunch of wounds. I'm not quite certain where it goes, but we'll see shortly. That is a rubric unit dead. That is a rubric unit dead. 1,000 Suns are completely crumbling.
Yeah, Ariman seems to be one of the last.
Okay, so it's only the last 10-man unit of Terminators left.
So he's basically lost 10 points of his final score.
Yeah! That's rough. That is not good in turn 2.
No.
That is so rough.
Yeah, sometimes just shit hits the fan.
But one more rubric standing from the other squad. Oh my lord, this is... Now everything is coming to place for Björn, and Sebastian is just crumbling. This is the shooting we needed in the last game.
Yeah, kinda.
Because he's shooting at more resilient targets.
Yeah.
But
it might be that the getting good firing lanes for the Orks this game was more important. If we played the other way, so you could hide more.
Just hide the Terminators back in the ruins. But right now the 1,000 Suns are crumbling. There is nothing left. Even if, let's say, he doesn't kill the 20 blob of 10 blob of Terminators, he can barely score now.
Yeah.
He has one very, very exposed spawn, one a little bit more protected spawn, and Terminators. That's basically what can do anything. And then a bit of rubrics hiding behind the plane, behind the ruin next to the plane. In the bottom left-hand side.
It's not looking good.
It's looking like
it looks like that's very bulky opera singer starts to sing soon.
Yes, the fat lady is about to sing. Ah, they're touching the... Oh, I'm really impressed that our camera is holding up. Okay, spending a few command points. 2, yes. Very good. Very, very good.
Tight play here.
Base fall off, according to tradition.
Yes.
So I guess we will have a... Is there a sneaky unit hiding in the ruin?
Don't know.
Seems so. I will double check what we have hiding inside of that ruin.
What did you find out?
Another 5 rubrics.
Fair enough.
That's only 3 wounds. 1 fail at least. Okay, so I have something more on the top left hand side at least. But the teleport, which units has that spell? Is it every single unit or was it just Ahriman?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
Ah, okay. We will leave it at there. We will leave it then. Oh my god, those 4 hours of sleep are really catching up to me.
Sleep is for the weak.
Sleep, I will sleep in my grave. Oh, it makes a wound. It's 1,000 suns.
The worth 1,000 suns.
It were 1,000 suns. We have some rubrics, the scarab ocult terminators in the center left objective. Some rubrics hiding in the ruins in the top left objective. Some rubrics hiding in the ruin in the bottom left objective. And orcs are a bit everywhere.
They're just swarming.
In few numbers.
Yep.
No problem, Kaffepuffen. Great name, by the way.
Excellent choice,
Yes.
sir or ma'am.
So, 1,000 suns. I will go out and double check Le Points. Yes. We have a new scoring, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it looks correct. I just had to double check myself. We have Björn Wågmeister at 37 points in the lead. And Sebastian has 25. And that is a lead I only think will grow. Okay, it's not turn 0. It is turn 3 now.
Top of 3.
Yes, top of 3. We have not added Sebastian's points for the main objectives, which would put him on 33, I think. But we will save that for the next check at the end of turn 3. Yeah, this game turned out differently, at least the first 2 turns. Now we usually see the orcs fall apart.
Yeah.
The thing is, can he teleport those terminators so that they make a difference?
But where?
I'm just saying, where can he? He's the one who needs to do the big brain moves.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we're sitting in front of a camera rather than playing on the table. They have the big brains. We have the talent, or something. Or something.
We got a lot of speaking ability,
yes.
Not a lot of knowledge.
No, knowledge is overrated. Yeah, but now at least he knows where to throw all of his buffs. Everything will go on the terminators. Så vi vill se.
Det måste verka som att alla som är i Complicity har teleportspelen.
Oh, okay. Oh, what he said there, because the mic was on, he spoke Swedish. We were just double checking who had the teleport spell, and everyone has it. So, It seems. So, that's good. But the thing is, he can't really move away from anything either. He's in a real pickle. Because if he teleports, like say he teleports into the Orc castle, like kills the war trike, I don't think he can charge anything inside the ruins.
No, it becomes really hard.
And then it's like, sure, you got my castle, but then what? You're not standing on an objective. He's moving away from the objective. So he's planning on putting what on the objective? So he wants to get some shots on the Death Coptas. Good choice, because he can stand in cover, but not completely. I still think he can swoop out and shoot the Terminators. I don't really know about that play. He needs to kill them, sure, but I think he will come and bite him in the bum bum.
End game objective.
Exactly so. So we need to remember that we have no prisoners at the end for Björn. That will give him points, and Sebastian has to the last probably. I think they haven't added that into his 25 points he has right now. So he's at 38. if his Terminator unit survives. But right now it kind of feels like if Björn only if Björn manages to kill, okay, there the plane goes from smites. No surprises there. If he just focuses on those Terminators and manages to kill them in a safe way, then the game is his. Straight up. You can't. I know we're still only in turn 3, but it looks grim. Really, really grim.
I mean, poor cultist or something that's probably sitting in that rhino like, guys?
Where did you go? Where are you?
Someone killed the Terminators. What a...
Beep, 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 beep.
Explodes. And that's Orks.
We died from what? Orc shooting? What is this mockery? Well, let's see what they can do. One aircraft is dead from the smitings. I think he's going on to shooting now. As we can see on the shadow, he is caressing the dices. Yeah, it's not much to say. He's caressing the dices, warming them up.
Thinking probably.
Yeah.
Trying to gain as many points for his team as possible.
Yeah, that is the name of the game.
If you're losing, try to mitigate how much you're losing by.
Yep. And right now, the problem is he's starting to have trouble doing mental interrogation.
Yeah.
Because the only unit that can do it is the Terminators, because they're up in front.
Yeah.
And he really doesn't want to do it with them. Oh, maybe he can. He's not teleporting them anyway, so... Take some wounds on the truck. But I wonder here, if he's actually gonna leave the death copters alone?
I mean, you could go by, like, they're not doing enough in the turns left, but, like...
But it's still 3 turns. The Orc has 3 turns to play.
Yeah.
So, I think just leaving the Death Coptas, that's really speedy, really shooty. Sure, are they flat damage 2 now, or are they damage 3?
The
Rockets.
3.
So every single thing that goes through will kill a Terminator. And it will put it up on a 2+ save? 3+ save?
No. I mean, if their cult of duplicity and gets all the buffs, they ignore
right,
up to...
Yeah, that's true. Then they will ignore, so it's 2 up. But still, every single one is a dead Terminator.
Yeah.
And you're losing the firepower. And it's like, how many rockets can it take? 10 D3 rockets every single turn. Can you bring me a beer?
I haven't had enough.
I mean, we have the team organizer sticking his head into the streaming room. Bring me a
I
beer.
regret it already.
Yeah, bring me a beer.
I saw it now. Får ett nytt glas.
Ja, du kan ställa bort det här
Jag ska
glaset.
städa också.
Ja. There, I sent the team organizer to get us some beer.
You a beer.
Yeah. It sounds better when I say that I don't want to drink alone.
I can drink something, I can find something.
No, I should just be silent. It's too disgusting. I can make
would you?
I can make lemon juice. Anyway. The Thousand Sun shooting so far. They killed a few Deathcopters. That's good. It's thinning out the orcs. Planning on a charge. Okay, made a charge into the Deathcopters. Well, it feels like the game is gonna slow down on the points right now. They are both quite battered. I still think he's fighting with a few bikes up in the top left-hand side corner. But the game will slow down now. He can't really go out with Deathcopters and not run back.
Not really.
The only thing he can do, I guess, is just put himself behind another ruin, like the top center ruin.
Yeah.
And just gain some momentum forward. Because considering his speed right now, he could... Well, it's only the Deathcopters that can... Okay, I think that was the last bike then. I think the Deathcopters are the only unit that can kind of like skirt around the board, avoid everything.
Yeah.
And then he could just win on the objective game. Because he can snipe out the rubric standing on the top left-hand side objective, and then go in and take that objective, and then the terminators has to choose: do we support the lower right-hand side and take that objective, or the top, and he will lose at least 2 turns.
Yeah.
And he needs to play catch-up.
Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing. Not a lot
It
happening.
seems that there's counting.
I think he's scoring
Yeah.
for the turn. So turn orc 3 or turn 3. There we go. I speak English very good. Yes. Touching the objective a little bit. A lot of finger pointing going on.
Yeah. The sign language of the 40k.
Yes, point, roll dice. Thank you, RedTep86, for the follow. Thank you very much.
If you have any questions, guys, just put them in the chat. Or wants to discuss the game in some aspect.
Or 40k in general.
Any takers.
And we take anything. I crave attention. Well, they're talking. The new 30k edition.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, that new box. I am so sorry that I want to play Mechanicum. Because you get such good value and the models are amazing! The new Leviathan Dreadnought. I want to do something with it, but I don't know what.
And where should you get that box?
What?
Where should you get that box?
But we don't need to push it that hard. Plug. Fantasia North, of course.
Of course.
Or your local hobby store, because support your local hobby stores. It's important to support your local hobby store so that you can keep on playing. So we're heading into Orc turn 3. And there's no surprise on that move. He's going out to shoot some Tamis. I think. Stating intent. Can I shoot you? I guess. Hi, Lord Win. Very great. It's a bit warm in this little streaming box we got. Because it's a really tiny streaming box. I will put a picture up on my Instagram later. Yeah, it's really cramped and cozy. Yeah, the bikes are going out after the Terminators again.
Bikes? You mean
the flying bikes with rotor blades, also known as Delcotas.
Yes. Them bikes.
They look like bikes, like a...
In a way, yeah, sure.
Like a snowmobile that flies.
I think we need to get you your medication.
Yeah, I think the EA is fetching it.
Fair enough.
So some of the Finnish guys are local players, Lordwin. Yeah, I met one of them. He was a bit too hungover. He was like, I asked him how it went. He was like, "Oh, I'm still too hungover, but I'm getting more and more sober now, so it's getting better and better."
Yeah, it's been a really good event so far.
Yeah, we're a bit disappointed that we haven't gotten a lesson from our Western neighbors. Where are the Norwegians?
Yes, or the Brits.
Or the Brits, or the Germans, or the Danish. But we have 2 teams from Finland. And then the rest are
3,
Swedes.
I think.
3 teams?
Yeah, we have two ETC teams and one, like a third one.
Okay, a Roffelcopter team.
I don't know.
We're here to have fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, he's moving up the auto. Engage on all fronts. He's sacrificing it to get the engage.
Yeah.
Deathkiller Warstriker standing in an interesting position. Because, again, the orc shooting, if this whiffs, something dieth. Probably both the Deathkiller Warstrike and the buggy.
Do you think that 7 kills the Warstrike and the buggy?
No, but it will probably wound the buggy, then charge the Warstrike to kill it, But then again, how many will stand up? We have seen his shooting so far, and it's been brilliant. And now he has Deathkiller Warstrike. Doesn't he have like a heavy flamer melta thingy?
Yeah, he got a flamer.
Yeah. So even he has a bit of shooting, and I don't think he's expecting to charge with it, but
it's one way of doing it.
Yeah, but I think the Terminator unit can be so crippled that it doesn't have any teeth. Du kom ner den!
Det är klart!
Oj.
Tvekar du eller?
Oj. Thank you. The team organizer just brought me a beer. Excellent. There we go.
And only drink if you're of legal age.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be young and drink.
Or... Yes.
Yes.
Drink responsibly and all that.
All that. Drink responsibly. Don't look at the pictures on the Instagram later.
That's only a you problem, I think.
Well, some people were drunk yesterday.
True.
Sadly, we don't have the lists. We're still working on that. I know it's taken a year, but the team organizers haven't solved the entire list problem. But me and Lennart here, we are working on it. So next time, we hope that we will have an easy way to get the lists to you.
There have been some kerfuffles with BCP.
Yes, a lot of kerfuffles with the BCP. And we also had some problems with the streaming equipment here, so we haven't really had time to do anything fancy. This was thrown together in the last second, really, to be honest, because we wanted to show everybody this event. But from this time on, this computer is dedicated to streaming all of our events, so we will slowly but surely improve it. But
So tell your friends, bring your friends.
Yes, tell your friends, bring your friends. Don't give me criticism because I have a very weak psyche. But I can tell you the placements at the moment because I got a picture sent to me. So let's see here. We have team. We can take the two Finnish teams. They are placed 12th and 13th. On 12th place we have Team Huppihammer and Team Muckihammer. I have no idea what that means, but it's probably good. And at the top we have the Xenophiles, VTC, Nerdling, Björnligan, Sex Rom and Coke, and the Dragon's Den SK. The lists, you can see them on BCP, right? If you
I'm not 100% sure on that.
I'm quite sure you can see the list on BCP. If you search for Grand Fanatic, then you will find the event. I can double check it. Loading players, what are you doing?
There's rolling dice, a lot of dice, orc shooting for you.
Oh my lord, those terminators are so gone. Are not all the lists in the BCP? Yeah, then it's probably the BCP kerfuffle that we had earlier. It went so bad that we actually had to start submitting the results on paper.
Yeah.
And go back to using an old program that we used. But...
Yeah.
Right, you have that one. I didn't get that link.
I have it.
Why do you have it?
Because I asked for it. Anyhow.
Anywho, so the orcs are completely dominating.
Yeah, it looks really good.
No, it's...
Där är runda 3. Det går 8:43 till mig.
So we got the scoring. They actually broke into the streaming room and told us their scoring. It's 48 for Björn and the Orks and 43 for the Thousand Suns at the end of turn 2, going into turn 3. And I think from now on things will only go one way. And that is in Björn's favor. unless the Thousand Suns have some really, really sneaky units hidden somewhere we don't know about. But I've checked the table twice, and the only unit I think he has is the rubric squad hiding in the top left corner. Otherwise, he doesn't really have anything. Some of those lists have changed. Some recent team orders allow people to change the list in the day before the tournament. I have no idea.
I have no clue.
I would ask the team organizer about that, but I think all lists are as they should. Apart from one guy that actually ain't playing with miniatures. Because he was borrowing an army, and the guy only sent him half the army. So he came here with only half an army. And it's not one of the top teams anyway. He's here to have some fun, so let him have fun. So what is the pimpy play from the Thousand Suns now?
Blaze of Glory.
Well, sure he can. Okay, he's gonna control 2 objectives with 1 squad, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a start.
That's a start. Can he kill a war track with just a few rubrics? I don't think so.
Depends on if the war track is wounded or not.
I don't see a dice.
I don't either, but...
And a few terminators. I guess, well, Space Marines can be surprisingly tanky.
Space Marines?
Well, Marines in general. Thousand Suns are Marines.
Yeah, sure. They get extra saves against damage 1 weapons and stuff.
Yeah, and Armor of Contempt.
Yep.
So we moved a bit of rubrics, moved out the rubrics to be able to shoot at the Death Coptas, I guess. Placing the Terminators to be able to shoot at even more Death Coptas, I guess. I will double check what's hiding in the ruins on the Orc side. It was just a unit of bikes or something more. It is just a unit of bikes.
Well, Sebastian got some points from Bring It Down for sure.
Yeah, we'll probably get some more. If he somehow manages to kill... He must kill the war track, otherwise the game is over. And he kinda needs to kill some of the Death Coptas. A lot of the Death Coptas right now. Otherwise they will completely nuke his rubrics. But here comes a smite. Kills one of the Coptas, yes. Smites from the top rubric squad. But while he's doing the shooting, back to 30k. What I find interesting is this the response action you do when you get shot, etc. That you can shoot back. But it sounds like you have a limited uses of them. I think that will be quite interesting.
Okay, cool. Lordwin.
But
Mookie is a cup or beer glass. Hoopy is fun.
oh, see there, we learned some Finnish. Not just those Finnish kids programs we have here in Sweden.
Yeah.
Moi mukkulat. Is that still on the air?
I have no clue.
Me neither.
I figured I should know, but no.
You should know. You're half Finnish?
Yep. Mostly Finnish.
Do you speak Finnish?
Did.
What?
I did.
Oh, you did. So we have some more shots going. He's ignoring the Death Killer War track, probably. Can we see potato? That is Finnish humor.
Well, that's something for you.
We learn something new every stream.
It's much excellent.
Much excellent. Today it is Finnish. Is mukla specifically a seed potato? What is then a potato?
Or a slang for a child.
Oh, that's good. The second one is kind of similar to the pattern. Okay. Pottu. I love Finnish, such a lovely language. But it's fun to listen to it even when people curses. It's amazing. Any language that's fun to listen to when people curse is a good language. Not like Swedish. Our curses are like no, like hard pasta or something. It's just unsatisfying. So we managed to do some wounds on the Death Killer War track. Järnspikar, precis.
Yeah, you're right.
Swedish and Japanese, they're two languages that you can't really curse in. It just sounds silly.
Now some death copters.
Here comes the Deathicopter. Dum 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 dum. Yes, this is the end of those rubrics, and I think
Most likely.
and it's most likely the end of the scoring for the Thousand Sun player.
Most likely. I mean, I don't know if he's actually like had the cultists out on the board yet, because I think they're still in the Rhino. But I don't think they want to get out.
No. They're like, we stay in this metal box and we're safe.
Safer, at least.
We have margaritas and we're satisfied. The driver is considering just turning around and driving off the table.
Yep.
So let's see what they do. This cleanup. And the problem is it kind of screened them out as well. For even if these rubrics survive, which I highly doubt. Then you can't teleport anywhere that's relevant.
No, not really. And that's a pretty steep cast with a unit that not really good at casting anyway.
Nope.
It's an 8.
It's a. But this is basically over.
Yeah, he has too few Cabal points or the special casting points to actually do anything meaningful.
And he has lost all of his to the last. This might even be a tabling. And then no prisoners will be way too high.
Most probably.
Yeah. So 1 rubric dead from shooting. Soon I think we have the missiles. All of the Death Coptas shoots into the rubrics. He is considering spending some command points to do some shenanigan. But he didn't, I think. One Rubik down. Here we go. Here we go. Do we go?
I don't know.
Here we go. No, there comes the dices. And we have 5 hits. Some additional hits. That was so many shots he got.
Yep.
Yeah, right. They shoot D3. I always forget about that. They shoot so many shots.
Do you know what song is playing in the Rubik Marines helmets right now?
Nope.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Yeah, that's probably the song that's playing right now. And I think the song playing in the Orks mines are Slayer Raining Blood.
Yes, most probably.
Probably. But they changed the lyrics to Raining Rockets.
Yep. In some countries it rains cats and dogs, in this universe it rains rockets.
That's just a fucking terrible universe to be in. The field exploded. Why? It started raining rockets again. Oh no! Yeah, last day we got hand grenade hail. We lost a viewer. Excellent.
Oh darn.
Well, this is just cleanup now. A bunch load of attacks. But the chopper blades are just damage 1, so you will still get a 3+ save.
You probably get a good save at least. I'm not 100% sure.
I think it's damage 1. It's just a bunch load of attacks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that too.
Fail 1 save. For a reroll, still dies. Yeah, boys and girls, this is what happened when we bet on you. You lose. Another wave of attacks.
The spinning blades are AP1.
Yeah,
Damage 1.
damage 1, so you ignore that AP.
Yep.
Is the rubric that they improve their armor save by 1 against damage 1 weapons?
I'm not 100% sure.
Or do they just ignore the AP? They have something like that, so I think he has a 2+ save. Not that I think that will help. There's so many armor saves.
I mean, every attack splits into 3 attacks, so...
Yeah. But it's just so many attacks. But that was the key. He got to keep those Descoptas alive the entire game, and they really did work. And of course, the aircraft killing Ariman on Overwatch when he was buffed with a 3+ invul, and then flying behind the ruins, just killing off the terminators for free, basically. That was probably the game-winning move.
Yeah, it was really hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
He lost so many Cabal points and...
Yeah. It just kind of snowballed from there. And that the aircraft wasn't dead just by the smites and the shooting, that was a bit surprising. A few more attacks.
One of the copters got wounded, it seems.
Yeah, but does it really matter anymore? There are too many of them. It's like 7 of them. And what is gonna kill them with? A rhino? Tank shock isn't a thing anymore.
Nope.
Now we go out and see the scoring.
Does it look pretty?
What?
Does it look pretty?
He has extended the lead. Björn is now on 66 points against Sebastian's 53. So it's not going as much south as we expected, but now he's just running out of resources. He can't really keep up. And of course I forget about changing the turn counter. Excellent. There we go. But it's not Titus Grace Salvage. I am such a professional. No, it is Titus Grace Salvage. Never mind. It is Titus Grace Salvage.
Yes.
I maybe didn't need that last pair.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Anywho. Last time on turn. Oh, he still has a dirty little spawn. Camouflage to the background. Okay, changing his mind. Sticking on that objective, apparently.
What's he doing?
I'm not sure. I think he's just I think this is a man who is about to give up. And I don't blame him, because he will have a hard time scoring anything with one spawn and one rhino.
Yeah.
Rhino, there's not much to do. Can't hide. Just... Pardon, monsieur. Just dive in. If you could kill a helicopter, still get a bring it down point.
Yeah.
So it's still worth it. The rhino is dead anyway, so.
And if he doesn't kill the cultists, he saves 1 point for non-prisoners.
Yeah, but he can hide them for 2 turns. Not with all.
I said if.
Yeah, of course, if. And it's a big if.
Yep.
He has killed the death cop there. That is at least 1 more bring it down point. As we said, every single point matters, even if he loses, like, completely. Every single point he can score is important in the end when it comes to the final tally. Since it's a team tournament, his battle points will be the tiebreaker against other teams. So right now he's already lost by as much as he can lose, so now he just needs to score as many points as he can for his team. So yeah, not much to say about this really.
There's a lot of shuffling around, doing some small stuff.
Just making sure you have those last points, but in a casual game, this will just be a handshake.
Most probably.
But now it's a tournament, and it's a team tournament, so you need to score every single point.
But it's a good exercise to not give up, though.
It is, because you should never give up. Never, ever. You need to. You want to score every single point you can get. Oh, all of a sudden, there we go. Back into focus. Does he have more stuff in that ruin? I must double check. Oh, we counted the chickens way too early. It's actually, that is not rubrics. That is 2 terminators, 1 sorcerer lord on disc, and 2 normal rubrics.
Fair enough. That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's actually a lot of points standing in that corner, and that will not die. But I would still say it's a victory.
It depends on just how much, I think.
Yeah, but also, if he now loses those units, the Death Killer Wartrike sorta kinda blocks the teleportation onto that objective, the bikes on his own objectives, the other bikes blocks it on the right-hand side middle objective. So he sorta kinda has the board presence enough to even if or when those bikes die, Death Cop does die, he can still hang in. He can score the main points.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Hi, Grimji81. Yes, it's Thousand Sun versus Orks. We betted on the Thousand Suns to win. We betted wrong. It's a really bloody battle. We're in
We
turn.
said that though.
But
It would be bloody one way or another.
yeah, but it was not bloody in the way we thought.
No.
But it's been a great show. The Orc player is currently controlling the board. Pushed the Thousand Sun player into the corner. Yeah, Björn's Orks are freaking brutal. I don't know what he does with them. He must like scream at them every night to make them bigger and madder. Because in the last game, it was the same amount of shooting, and it did nothing. But Björn's Orks, they have been delivering.
Yep.
He should be called Björn the Axe-Handed. Ashoppa, you know.
Yeah.
It was a joke. Laugh, damn you. Laugh. Thank you. I'm so pleased. I'm very pleased. We've been in this box now for 8 hours. We're starting to lose our minds.
Yes.
Yeah, we completely underestimated Björn's Orks in the beginning. Especially when he lost 3 of his buggies to shooting straight off. But just like the last game, he clawed himself back into this game and he's actually winning it, I would say.
Yeah,
Not bad.
he's looking on track to win at least.
Yeah, it's a close game. 53 to 66 in Björn's favor then. But things could spiral out of control.
Even though we have been here 8 hours, it's a pleasure to provide you with some quality 40k content from the players, at least.
Yes, the players are the shining stars in this, not the commentators. Yeah, we got 2 Orc games, which is a bit fascinating, considering we don't usually see Orcs.
Not in these numbers, at least.
No. And then, are they the only Orc players in the tournament?
I think I said one more, but almost.
Yeah, so there's still a minor faction, and we got to see 2 of them. But then again, it's a table that favors Orcs in a way. It's a lot of terrain, a lot of obscuring, so they can sneak forward and do their sneaky shenanigans, charge out from behind the ruins. Okay, a little scooch back. Björn is using his big brain powers to... Okay, he's going for the last points, I guess.
But yeah, if he kills the terminators, then he zeros the...
But he controls 2, he controls more.
Yeah.
And I don't see them teleporting away, doing something sneaky-deaky. Okay.
Is he trying to go for the jugular killing everything?
I guess he's just... He's going... Okay, that was an unexpected move. I would have played safe, but I'm not an Orc player. But that will finish it off.
Most probably.
Ah, that can be true. He can have maxed out primary. He's been holding more than his opponent for all turns, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably maxed it out already. And he's been doing actions with his bikes every single turn. Yeah, he's maxed it out.
So now it's denying the 5 to the last points and getting more aboard the witch.
Yes, Grimgate1. He is calling Leroy Jenkins. Or as they say it in Orkish, Vogue!
Exactly.
You need to do it in a death metal voice, you know that. You can't do it's a Vogue!
Quite.
Yeah. Sweet music. So here comes the... What is shooting now?
Maybe either the bikes or the war track.
Here goes the war track, I think. Must be in the bikes.
Something got killed.
I think it was the rubrics.
Yeah.
So it's still Terminators and a Sork Lord on disc.
Yep.
But I don't really know what will charge what because there ain't enough space.
I think that was the plan by moving the Rhino, is that they can't really surround the important targets.
Yeah, but why did he move his Death Killer War Track there if he can't charge it? But sure, he can charge a Rhino, but what good would that do him?
I do not know.
Well, no prisoners now.
Depends on if something in the Rhino or not.
But I think I unloaded the stuff in the Rhino of turn 1. So... Well, if it maxed out on primary, then there is only one way to go, and that's forward.
Yeah, sure.
And the odds for the Death Killer War Track actually dying is so low right now, because there isn't that much that actually can shoot at it.
I mean, it could die from like a bunch of swings from the Terminators and the Exorcer, but it's very unlikely.
Yeah, it's so unlikely. I would call it safe even. Nothing is really safe in 40k, but it's about as safe as a Death Killer War Track can be. It is top 4. It is not the bottom 5.
Yeah.
So there's still one more turn to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bloody game. It was very entertaining.
Both.
Okay,
yeah,
they shook. He made a... He surrendered. I will just... double checking the scoring is not really important. They shook hands.
It's more for us to have a final score.
Okay, sure. I can go out and check the final score.
So a really bloody game there. Really well played by both players. Not. So we will be back tomorrow at bright and early for game 4. I'm just gonna double check the time. When we start, but it should be around 8:30 maybe.
I got the final scoring from the game. It was Sebastian with his 1000 Sunz scored 65 points versus Björn's 90. It turned out to be quite a doozy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a interesting game. I think both of us underestimate Orks.
A little bit, for sure.
Because I talked a bit with them by the table now when I took the scoring, and both of them said this was a loss
For the Orks.
for the Orks.
Yeah.
No, for the 1000 Suns. They expected a loss,
Yeah.
and that surprised me. But then again, we saw the shooting from the Orks really shine, and as they mentioned, they have a lot of attacks, a lot of high strength attacks. So yeah. But that was it for today, right?
Yes.
That was the final game. Thank you everyone who's been watching. I don't know if the sound and the image is in sync right now. I don't think so.
No.
But thank you very much for watching. Hope you tune in tomorrow. We will have another 2 games starting at 8:30. And we will be going until... When is it?
Like,
Until... Well, sometime around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
yeah.
Then the last game is over, then we have the award ceremony at 5. Well, everybody, thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.